All right, so we are back with our interview of the evening, and we've been having a real fun off-camera session today. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, all we're doing is sipping our tea. Like,
sipping tea. You know what I'm saying? On some real on the real Kermit life. You know what I'm saying? But
oh yeah.
Our interview of the evening, and like I said, we were trying to do all ladies all month. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that we should start it off right with a legendary rapper in the scene who's still doing major things. You know what I'm saying? So without my super long sway in the morning type of intro that I was trying to do, Jelly Too Fly is in the motherfucking building.
Man? If it's in the form of a sentence, niggas get arrested, go in hoodlum, do a little stretch and they come out Muslim. My niggas tool up.
Yeah.
What's poppin'?
Yo, so okay, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. Honestly, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I feel like I've been embracing a lot of positive energy. I'm good. Yeah.
And even like
I'm good.
Deeper into how you're feeling, like for somebody who I've seen, like I'm not gonna say crazy years putting, like you've been here for a while, but you're not an old person, so you.
Well, it's been crazy years, man. It's been some crazy.
You've been putting in work for a while.
It's almost 10 years now.
Yeah. Do you like the hip hop climate now?
I mean, it's like, yo, Jelly, just
speak how you feel. Speak how you feel, Seth.
You know what it is? It's like you can't, like, when you it's generalized when you say it like that. Right, so
I'm not just talking about Toronto. Just
all right.
in
So
general.
Then, I mean, I feel like there could be so much more added to it. It's a lot of like the same things going around, you know. But I mean, that just comes with time. I think as time goes, like things change, things evolve, things move. You know, it's like the world. The world shifts, we shift, man. So everything shifts. It's not for me to be like, do I like it or not? It's for me to be like, am I gonna get with it? You know. So for some years I've been gone, but you know.
Now you're back.
You're
back.
You know
what I'm saying?
I don't say too much, but yeah, man.
And also for the people who are in the listening audience, the other lady's voice that we hear in the microphones here.
Yes.
We have Malaysia, aka
Black Rose.
Okay.
So I'm from Vibe 105. The show that I'm on is called The Plug. We're every Mondays, 8 to 10. Bam bam. Shout out Bozax. Shout out Big Jacks. I had to. I got to.
Shout out the whole vibe, man.
And you had the Trauma freestyle you just dropped the other day.
They said Jelly on sleep mode. OG had to flip the switch on beast mode.
Yeah.
All right. With the lack of female artists in the game, right? Or just even with the way that lyricism isn't a big thing.
Yeah, that's a better term because there's
a lot
female
of
artists, but in regards to
female
lyricism, I don't think that. I think there are a lot of female artists that are lyricists. They're just not getting the shine that they should. Right. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But
what inspires you to keep being a lyricist?
I mean, I could break it down and do like one of them records.
Yeah,
you know
pop that pussy, bitch. You can have a song.
We could do that all day. You trust me, there's a lot of pussy done been popped around me. You know what I'm saying? So we could write about that all day, but I mean, it's like, you know, when it's really actually life, and you know, it's you're not gonna brag about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're not gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. You know, we just gonna talk about like the general things, and I'm gonna talk about like what I've been through and what's going on, and you know, the W's I want me and my team to see, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna talk about the general things, but I'm never going to go out of my way to talk about outlandish things where it's not believable, where it's not my life, or, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I feel like what's kept me grounded with that and very humble to that, you know, because I feel I've crushed a lot out here, you know, but
some people.
But what's you know, what's kept me very humble to it is there's so much more to me. I'm not just a rapper, so like they can have that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to it, you know. So I think that's what. And then when I come back to it, it's just like, I still got something that keeps me up with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something that keeps me, you know, And then it's like I'm in music. Music's in me. Music's been in my family. Like, you know, I got family that play with like the Wailers and shit back in Jamaica. And
really?
My uncle is Wayne Smith, Slang Tan in Jamaica. You know, so he's
okay.
Music's been in us. You know what I'm saying? And we grew up in the church, and you know what I mean. So it's like it's not like I could just move from it. You know what I mean? So. You know, if I hear something crazy, or if people around me still gonna be like, "Yo, you still got it? Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it. You know, I'll put out a 1-2, but we working now. You know.
Okay.
We focus now. So.
Do you feel that you, with all the tracks that you've put out over the years, and like you've accumulated a lot of different views on YouTube videos, etc., right?
Yeah.
Niggas hate when they think you spending show checks. Yo, I tell them leave their anger at the coat check. My fam deep, and one came with a tag.
Do you feel you got the respect that you deserve in this game over here?
Mm-hmm. And why? And if I want it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do I feel I got the respect? Honestly, I've shook a lot of hands with people in very high places.
Mm-hmm.
Do people really got to know everybody? No. So it's not really about them. It's what I went through and what I experienced.
Yeah.
Being who I am and going through what I went through, you know. So if we talking about respect from like the people, I'm not really looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the disrespect. You know, I mean, unless we talking about these comments.
Yeah.
Like, everybody gonna talk through the comments. You feel what I'm saying? So if we talking about the comments, then you know whatever. But as respect, I mean, the people in Toronto know who I am.
Mm-hmm,
like, if you say Jelly, they gonna know who Jelly is. I mean, if it's a nigga that's hating, then he gonna be like, who are you? Oh, you talking about that gay girl that rap? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or they gonna be like, oh, that dyke with the dreads? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but they know. You get what I'm saying? So
no, for sure.
Whatever it is, they gonna call me in front of it, they still know who I am. So I feel like, yeah, the respect is there, but it's not like I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
You know? Because it doesn't, it's not like the disrespect is showing more. So can't call it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't feel like as a female sometimes they kind of put you in the back burner at all? Like,
oh yeah, definitely, but that's just life.
Regular.
Yeah, that's life. That's not something I'm gonna sit and complain about, because that's something that's gonna be given forever. You feel me? We always gonna have to work extra hard. You feel me? And a woman of my stature, my nature, I'm gonna have to work triple.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
definitely.
Just to prove, like, I don't want to be you, nigga. I love being a woman, but I just gotta try extra hard to show you how strong this woman is. Type shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when it comes to that type of shit, it's like the respect. It's gonna be given where it's deserved, and I feel like I've been given respect. You know, the people in the city of the industry of Toronto, in the game, in the music of Toronto, know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You ask some CEOs and executives, they know who I am.
Definitely.
And they, you know, we gonna see each other again soon.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to touch on something that you were talking about even just now, right?
Yeah.
I usually have my little order of questions, like, "Oh, where did you grow up?" and all that. But you touched on
tough.
something real poignant, if that's the word.
Yeah.
They jump in the comments and they're like, "Yeah, that's the lesbian chick with the dreads and Ray Tay Tay,"
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then now
When you see it, just laugh, because you gonna see it.
You know, I the thing is, I've been following you for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I've always thought to myself, especially now with the scene being more accepting of the LGBT community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have like Lil Pump, not Lil Pump, Lil Peep. Right? R.I.P. Lil Peep, right?
Yeah, R.I.P. Peep. Yeah,
and Young M.A.
Yeah.
Right? And those
And Big Frida.
I don't even know who Big Frida is.
Shout out Big Frida.
Yo, she's dope. I saw her this year. She came in the summertime.
Summertime,
she was here. Yeah. But
So my question with that now is do you feel that it's only happening now? Like, you've been doing this for a while. Mm-hmm. So do you think that's something that was holding you back now, where it's not something that's holding people back anymore?
I feel like, I mean, for me, I feel like there's like, I don't, you know, I just like to say I'm just special, man. I feel like, honestly, you know, not to say nobody, you know what I mean, but just me personally, I feel like I'm just Like, you know, I'm from Pluto, man. This shit, it's not just about the music for me. There's so much more. There's so much more to come. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. Opa. You dig what I'm saying? Like, Opa. Like, for real. Like, there's just so much more to come. And I do a whole lot behind the music. You know what I mean? So people only see, like, I've been doing this since, 2010, 2009, you know, and then they see that and they're like, oh, you ain't do this, you ain't do it. But yes, I have. Like, I've been to Ghana. Can a lot of people say they got sponsored to go to Ghana and really see, like, good, real life? Like,
how did you like it there, though?
How did I like it?
That's my place.
Man, you see, after I get that check, that's the first place I'm going. But you know what I'm saying?
But
like, let's just say that.
Everyone's
like,
going there this Christmas.
Yeah, you know, and you know, just to go off topic a little bit about it, but it's like, yo, when I was first going there, I was so scared because I did my research and I'm like, shit, like,
I'm like, you gotta get your typhoid fever shot. You gotta get your all types of shots.
Fuck the shots. They was like, yo, if you gay, if you this, we gonna cut your head off.
Yeah.
We gonna do
Really?
Yeah.
So, oh hell yeah, it says everywhere on Google.
It's not like that when you get there.
But then I mean,
yeah, they have their ignorance.
I'll tell you about my experience after those, buddy. But you know, all that aside,
all I heard is buddy.
All that aside, though, it's like, yo, the third day that I was there, it was like I had like a mental breakdown just because it was like, we're so colonized, yo. Like, we are so fucked in our heads, man. Like, the simplest things, you get what I'm saying? We get so mad about, we get so, like, down about, and it's like, yo, do you know people are happy and don't have shit? Literally, I've seen people smile, so that was what was fucking me up. And that's why I had, like, a breakdown, because I'm like, yo, why are you happy, fam? You don't have
music playing, they're dancing.
I'm like, yo, you got the baby playing with a goat head in the mud, but
that's crazy.
It's like, fuck, bro. There's happiness and it's not even like, take away what they're doing. We're together. This is family. This is, we run it. If it's just like this little business we running it, and we got this. Like, it's togetherness. It's, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about the politics and that, because there's politics everywhere in every country and every, you know what I mean? But I'm saying just like being a human. You feel me? And as black people, you get what I'm saying? Like, we're so colonized. It's like, yo, we get mad. Man, when I got off the plane, we was so, shout out to everybody, you know, but we was finesse. Like, we was...
Yeah, whether those niggas will come pick up the bags?
No. I'm talking about before we got there, we were told, like, we was going to stay at, like, the Ramada. We was going to be put up. You know what I'm saying? Man, buddy, when we got there, bro, I got off the plane after a 26-hour ride and being, like, profiled in Germany. It was... And... they took us, I realized we wasn't going to the Ramada when we passed the Ramada, right? And once we passed the Ramada, I'm like, hey, yo, this is all the way jacked up. And they had us mic'd up and everything, so we couldn't really express how we was feeling. Accra.
Oh, shit.
Right, this is before we went to Kumasi, okay?
Wow.
Oh, we traveled the whole Gold Coast, like, a little bit. Like, oh, yeah.
I've never been there.
Oh, yeah, I've been there, baby.
I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah, it was good. We went to, like, a lot of, all the slave dungeons and all that.
Yeah,
like,
where my parents are from, where the Cape Coast. That's where.
Almenia Castle and all that.
We're the sellouts, unfortunately.
I mean,
but yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so we got there, and then long story short, man, we just drove down. Once we got off the road, we was down a dirt road, and it was just dark. And I just remember, like, when we pulled up, it was dark as hell, and we just pulled up. All it was just the lights of the car. We pulled up, and only one headlight was working too, so it was dark as hell. We pulled up, and we literally went in this room, and it was like one bed. It was like four of us. It was like one bed. The bathroom already had the bucket of water waiting. Where this water come from? You know what I'm saying?
From the tank. Oh my God.
But you know what? It's like, but these are. It was to put us in that realness.
So you.
Okay. We was filming for a documentary, right?
Okay.
So. If I say that, you understand.
Makes more sense, yeah.
So we, you know, at first we're like, yeah, we going to Africa, and then
live that baller life, like the music video.
Yeah, you know, and it just didn't, you know, but the experience afterwards, and then just being pulled down into being having to be grounded, and you
Right.
have to humble you ain't got no damn choice but to humble yourself. And it's like, yo, that experience for me was like, yo, what complain about what?
So did you notice that when you went to Ghana, there was certain traditions and certain things that they do that's similar to what you do? Like, are you Caribbean? I don't know what you're.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, Irish and Jamaican.
Okay.
So
because I noticed that there's certain things that, you know, the Ghanaian culture does that you guys do. Like when you guys, you know, everybody just, you know, pours liquor out for their homie. Like that's something that we do in regards to like libation for our ancestors and just like paying homage to the ancestors. So it's like there's certain things that you see any like similarities at all.
I feel like in every culture the similarity is like family. You know what I'm saying? Like you can never go somewhere and this family is like a different meaning. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just and I think that's what really tore me down is the fact that it's like in a time where it's like, yo, we really ain't got shit. We really ain't got nothing. But yo, we you go to the clubs, them niggas is happy as a motherfucker.
Yo, throwing
like
money.
Yeah, you know, and
crazy.
it's like, yo, they so happy. You get what I'm saying? And it's like to see that, and then it's like, this my cousin. It's like, yo, damn, son, like, what? Y'all really just enjoy life. That's enjoying life. Like, that to me is living life.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got no distractions. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing else in front of you to take you away from experiencing just like life. Like, yeah, when you start making money, you got the bag. Yeah, you can experience different things. But at the end of the day, what you don't know is not going to hurt you. So if you're not really put out and exposed to things that are different around the world and all that, you're not really gonna know that, but you're gonna experience a life you live in and be happy with that still, because you're not gonna be searching for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be good with what's right here in front of you, which is what as humans we should be good and content with.
Facts.
But we always search for more. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for me, when it comes back down to this music, it's like there's so much more behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna kick with it, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
And even like before you started doing music, because you put a lot into your music, right? You mentioned earlier in our other session, like living life in Florida and stuff. Like, so give me a little bit of like your background of like, growing up and stuff, teenage life, you know, preteen time.
I was in I was Fort Lauderdale when I was like I think going into like 9th grade. I was out there. I went to like Coral Springs, went to Coconut Creek, Stoneman Douglas. You know, I was playing ball actually. I was sick. I was sick. Ask anybody, man, that knows.
What school did you play at?
Where, in Florida?
Yeah.
I was in Coconut Creek, and then I went to Stoneman Douglas.
Okay.
And then I graduated from North Lauderdale Academy. But during high school, I was going back and forth because when I came, like during the summer times, I was working with Toronto Parks and Rec doing specialty ball camps for the kids. So I'd go back and forth, and then a couple years, like, you know, I had got in trouble out there, came back here and went to high school out here, which was for like the 10th grade thing. And shout out Don Mills Collegiate, you know, went out there for a little bit. But, you know, yeah, like I did that, and then effed up my knee when I was a senior. Graduated, went to I went out to like Tallahassee it was like off college like tour type thing, you know what I'm saying? So went out there, did some hooping, whatever, was off preseason scrimmaging and all that shit. Then I had my last game, and what did I score? I was in the papers for that too. I scored like 65, and I was being so greedy. Try to hit that last three. Came down, and my knee's been fucked up since I was going to school out here. You feel me? I tore my ACL in the 9th grade, but living in Florida, I wasn't trying to go to no doctor for that shit. You feel me? So, whole high school career, like basketball, I was playing on like the fucked up knee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it finally like gave its wits end. It was just like, I landed on the girl's foot. It was a done deal. Had the coach was like, man, Canada, you got to go back to Canada.
They called you
like,
Canada?
Yeah, they called me. Yeah, they called me Canada out there. You know, shout out Coach John. You know, but that shit was like, yeah, man, it was Canada, go back to Canada, and that was like, like basketball was my shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, there's always something more. You know, had I been playing ball, I wouldn't realize that like I have a big passion in like helping like people, you feel what I'm saying, which I've been doing like the past 7 years, you know what I'm saying? So like that, I wouldn't realize and recognize that. I wouldn't have my program, you know what I mean? Shout out Lifted by Purpose. I wouldn't be involved in something like that and understanding my growth in something that I actually love doing, and you know that, like things like that. So things always happen, you know, and it always got to come back to it. So, you know, that's a little bit about my background. I came back here and I just started, you know, just started doing some shit, but I feel like I was ahead of my time, you know, because, yeah, way ahead of my time, man, when it came to the music.
What also it makes me think, because you're over there, you're spending time there, you're spending time back here. So every time you came back here, what was like, did you feel the influence of what things that were going on over in the States? And was that like affecting the way that you move out here?
Wish you for a nigga down for praying and hoping that a nigga don't make it. Still got a lace open, never closing. I tell a fuck nigga mind your business. If you
I'm not even gonna lie, like in the States, nobody gives a fuck about what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares what you do. You feel me? So it's a little easier to walk around and be like, all right, this nigga, like I could go party and niggas ain't gonna sit there and stare at me now, because they there to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they not gonna sit there and grill me. Like,
so there's no politics.
Go to the kitchen and fuck with the cook if you want to grill. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit you gotta deal with out here. But out there, it's just like nobody cares. So it's like everybody like, man, fuck you. You just gotta have that good energy. You feel off, they gonna be like, my nigga, move. You feel me? But that's it. You know what I mean? So that was like the difference for me, like going back and forth. It's like, fuck, man. Niggas out here so uptight. Niggas out here like, you know what I'm saying? Like, relax. Like, why you so angry? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you so mad? We got free health. Why you mad? You mad that we can go to the doctor right now. We can go to the hospital right now. You just cough. you go to the hospital.
Well, you were saying you didn't want to get your
hell no. It was like $500 a visit.
Yeah.
Just to go see if I could like get a doctor to look at it and tell me what I already know was wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was crazy. And luckily, shout out my auntie Barbara, like she was, you know, she's a doctor, so it was like she would at least get to look at me like, okay, it's not, you ain't gotta go yet. You know, you ain't gotta go for surgery yet, but it was bad, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. I hurt my shit and I was like, yo, take me to the locker room, put some ice on it. Like, just like, you know, I'm good. But that's the benefits out here. We got free health, man.
Facts. Were you rapping and hooping at the same time, or was like the injury said, you know what, let me get into something else?
Yeah, I definitely wasn't rapping and hooping. I was hooping. Hooping was my life. That was like my go-to. That was my everything, man. You know what I'm saying? That was life for me.
So when did you decide that you're gonna want to? Like,
I didn't decide. My leg decided for me.
I've been bagging bitches from the start. No conversation, no remarks. I just log on to Facebook, see a bitch I want.
So you were just one day, you're just like,
when they said Canada, go back to Canada, I knew I was up for scholarships and stuff too. Like that shit. It was really like a devastating moment in my life, like depressing and all that. Like it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Just because it was like, now you got to be like, what next? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Something I knew my whole life growing up. Like, this is what my dreams are. Like, this is what I'm going to do. It's like, reality hits you like, nah, that's not what you're going to do. You was made for something else.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we want something so bad, but that's not what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes God makes the path for us, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Big facts.
Even like in 2012, just to fast forward a little bit, I seen you on the City on My Back cypher.
Look, fresh out of the cook up, look up, next star. I ain't the best, well I'm sitting with the best star. Mine got the mansion and the best cars.
Oh yeah.
Right? With the Stylist Awards. Right? Tell us about that experience, that whole
the
cypher and the Stylist Awards, because that's a big deal.
Shout out everybody that has something to do with that. I think Devon Tracy was a part of that with me. 7 days. Back then he was Blake.
Yeah. Big up Blake Carrington.
Who else was in there with me, man? Shit. But I know it was Raz. I think Raz was a part of that too.
Raz Freshco?
Was he? I know I was fucking with Raz a lot back those times too, you know what I'm saying? But shout out everybody that was a part of that, man, because that experience was That experience was crazy, you know, and especially like I was fresh in it too, and well, not fresh in it. That was like 2 years deep, and but everybody, you know, like there was nobody, especially nobody that was like I'll fuck a bitch on mic, you know what I'm saying? On the stage, nobody was saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, not even the rat saying that yet, and we all know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta know. So I was like, bruh. It was ecstatic for me, man, because I'm like, yeah, fuck what anybody got to say. Like, this is what it is, man. Because at the end of the day, they only matter what they think I do it when the lights go off. So fuck your thoughts, man.
What about the Junos? What was that like?
I ain't going to no damn Juno.
But you were nominated for a Juno.
I wasn't nominated, man. You see, look, that's exactly why I did that interview, because this interviewer came up to me. That's why I love it.
Shout out my research team.
Yeah, shout out the research team.
Wow, see how he's trying to call you guys out.
Shout out the real shit, because I was waiting. No, listen, I did that interview specifically because I'm like, yo, I want somebody to call me out on it so I could be like, nah, you know what this nigga really did? He came up to me like he knew about me. You get what I'm saying? And this is just for me to call the bullshit. Like, no, now you had a fucked up interview with false fucking information. Okay. Because don't come to me like you know me. You feel me? And you into my shit because you don't know me. So at least say that. You get what I'm saying? So an
interviewer interviewed you and tried to say those things.
So he came to me and he said to me, he's like, oh, yo, Jelly, right? And this is after I just came on stage too. Okay. And I already know I shut the shit down. So yeah, because I'm a crazy performer. So yeah, you gonna come off stage and come talk to me. Yeah. Okay, cool. But tell me you don't know me. Don't come up to me like you know me. Boom. I don't care who you are. The nigga said, oh yeah. Remember, on the way to the Junos, I remember seeing you.
Whoa.
Oh, you saw me. Oh, you saw me.
That's crazy.
That's the first thing he said, and he fucked up right there. Yeah. Like, you saw me. Okay, where? Oh yeah. So I was like, oh yeah. Where'd you see me? Because I wanted to keep going. Go ahead. Where'd you see me? This nigga said, oh, remember I bumped into you, but you looked a little busy and da-da-da. Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Well, goddamn.
And
I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, so you were nominated and yeah, you damn right. I was nominated. I should be.
Wow. That's floating around on YouTube,
Facts. I don't give a fuck. It better be, because he got some fucked up interview going on. It don't matter. I still look good on camera.
See, that's crazy.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is what's going on in the scene.
But this is what's up. But don't come out here trying to play the shit. You're not an interviewer. You're not a journalist. You don't even do your research. You ain't got a research team. Shout out the research team out here. You dig what I'm saying?
They tried.
Wow.
Nah, facts. No, but they did what they had to do.
And what are they supposed to do? That's the information that was put out there.
Clearly, he ain't had none because he came up with his own.
That's
you feel what I'm saying? So
he's putting out fake news out there.
I'm sure he knows now. I mean, shit. Everybody knows who I am. They know I ain't got no damn Juno. They know I ain't got no. Come on, man. This is Jelly we talking about.
Well,
you know they trying to blackball in there.
I got a whole Juno story.
No.
But go on WeLoveHipHop.ca. There's a whole thing that we did about the Junos on there.
No telling me, man.
Yeah, no comment about them.
But that's coming, man. We're going to put that out there. It's coming because I'm actually trying to work on a couple records right now. You know, I do some I do songwriting. So I'm trying to work on 1-2 mental health records right now. We're trying to bring crazy awareness to that, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too deep into it. I get very passionate about it when it comes to like the mental health thing, because a lot of people use it for clout. A lot of people are using it just to troll it and get their name. Ooh. You know, and I feel like that's very deep, because everybody deals with this shit 365.
Facts.
Every damn day of their life. Not just mental health month. You know what I mean?
Let's talk.
Yeah. Fuck Bell Let's Talk.
That's once a year.
F Bell Let's Talk. They only do that shit for the month.
365.
And you know they make money off their ads too. And let me know what type of thing are they putting their money really into. Are they investing into any type of programs that are really doing some shit?
Even simple as how is their employees
Show me
doing
the
mentally?
stats.
And I'm sure like employees who work at Bell have some issues too. Like I don't think.
Exactly.
Definitely.
What are you
Come
doing?
on, are you bringing in people to facilitate a workshop to talk to your employees about breaking down, about mood swings, about different distorted thinking, about anything? Come on, bro. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing none of that, man. Everybody's using that shit for clout. But you know what? Like, At the end of the day, there are people that are recognizing the awareness about it and understanding it now, so that's probably why they're getting into it. But it's like, we need to wake up now, because this shit is what's killing the whole fucking culture. This shit is what's killing the whole community right now. And I'm talking as black people, man. As black people, we're not allowed to talk about how we feel. So that right there is a killer.
Yep.
Go and pray.
It don't matter what type of language. It don't matter what type of language it is. It's don't talk the shits, bro. I can't tell you what just happened at home last night. Nope.
It's true.
I'll get my ass whooped.
So you
know what I'm saying?
You deal with that now. You were saying over the last few years you've been like involved in a lot of in the mental health like programs and different things that are helping people. So talk about that, like.
Yeah, so we deal with mental health through stress management and music therapy. You know what I'm saying? So, because music is like, it touches every spot of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say too much because you got to come to program. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Lifted by Purpose, we run every Tuesday, every Thursday.
Lifted by Purpose.
You could, Instagram is the same thing at Lifted by Purpose. But, man, we just touch on, like, all the related topics, like everything that everybody goes through. Like we don't, and it's good because we have like an older group. Like it's like amongst our generations. You know what I'm saying? So we can have that free discussion. We also tap into the school. With the TDSB, we do tap into the different high schools and stuff. So that's where we would take it down a notch and just really focus on like identifying certain things and emotions and balancing them and triggers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, man, we touch on everything, man. Everything that needs to be touched on. And if you don't want to talk, don't talk. But just to understand, you're not the only one going through it. You feel what I'm saying?
So do people have to come and pay to the program?
Pay? No. If you can't get there, we get you there, man. Like we actually, we care for that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and we also help a lot of people that's within the justice system too. So anybody dealing with probation, parole, all that stuff, like we write court letters. Of course you got to show your duty and come up to program and put in that time at least. Show some sort of commitment. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to support that. And show that you actually want to like change something or have something work for the better in your favor. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, man, it's dope, man. And I feel like me doing that and facilitating a lot of that and working with the team that I do work with for the past like 5-6 years that we've been doing, the program. It's like that keeps me going. You feel me? Even as a musician, as an artist, like we deal with so much, especially when you sacrifice everything and say, you know what, let me just put it all into music. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you really out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like you putting it all into music is like, man, that shit is like a sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's but at the end of the tunnel there's light, man. So, for me, like I said, like that mental health thing it's big, man.
So do you feel like social media kind of increases?
Social media is a devil.
No, not laughing, but I find I find like today the climate is a little different. You just gotta play with it, right? But how it's weird because I think like if you have depression, right, and you're saying, okay, you go on social media every day and you see people laughing, everyone seems happy. How could you be able to filter something like that?
You can't filter that.
So you would have
to definitely cannot filter that. You got to understand yourself. You can't filter that. You got to understand you. And you gotta be aware of who you are in order to like shun any of that stuff out. Like, if I were to pay attention to anything that just the other day somebody said my locks look like pieces of shit. Oh my god! Wow. Like I laugh too because that shit is funny. Like, hey, whatever they gonna say, they gonna say. It's what one of my youth in my program Tuesday just yesterday said. What did he say, man? What did he say? He said one of his songs for check-in was it was a Young Boy record, I Am Who You Say I Am, right? And I asked him, so why play that? And he's like, because they gonna say what they want to say, regardless. That's who I am to them. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So those comments are gonna be there regardless. It's like that brick wall is gonna be there. Is you gonna walk into it?
Right. So pretty much what you're saying is that today,
you know what I'm saying?
People lack like self-awareness?
Oh, for sure. Everybody lacks self. That's because the world that we live in right now is because everybody lacks self-awareness. If people were aware of who they are, if they were aware of their emotions, if they were aware of why the fuck they get so mad and so triggered at all times, a lot of stuff wouldn't happen. A lot of these young niggas wouldn't be locked up. You feel me? Like, we wouldn't have so many brothers locked up or dead. It's fucked up, and this shit kills us. Right. It's killing us by the day, man.
Super facts.
By the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if we really get technical with it, it's like something so simple of just being aware of, like, as corny as niggas gonna be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Man, listen, this is shit that's killing you or gonna kill you, God forbid.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But that, as long as I know, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta know, because if you don't know, then you're gonna get lost in this motherfucker.
Super facts.
You don't look in the mirror and not know who the fuck you looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's
facts.
true.
Yeah.
And that's that shit, man.
Wow. Like,
wow.
With the way, with even everything you're saying here, right? And the kids that are on Instagram now who are trying to get into rap.
Yeah.
What do you see as the direction of where we're going to be going in the next 5 years?
Bad bitches, friends only. That's how I bag bitches. I need a red bone with long limbs.
I mean, if you're going to say, like, we put in music and, like, what's going on in the world hand in hand.
Let's even keep it, like, Toronto-centric.
So, Toronto, we're going to say, like, I think Toronto has a crazy bright future when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? It's just about how you utilize it and how we show ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, the lanes are there. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's moving into the lanes, but it's just like a lot of the people putting out a lot of good shit right now can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of opportunities crossing. There's a lot of people getting able to do this and do that. But it's like a lot of these kids coming in, I'm talking, they got to understand if they're going to try to be in the streets and doing this dumb shit, you're not going to be able to do nothing else after a certain time if you get caught up.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So as talented as you are, like, you know what I mean? Don't let somebody else's situation determine what you think yours going to be.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because just because this nigga got up and could go do this after whatever, you don't know what's going on with that. You get what I'm saying? So that's not going to be for you.
Yeah.
But I think the whole issue is with the younger generation, or even like people in the past. They want money now. They're not thinking of like longevity in a sense, right? Sure. So I think that they get themselves into those things thinking that they're going to get away with it and then they're going to be able to pursue their career and then continue on. But it's like this fairy tale dream that I feel like they have, right? Because it's like, it's not realistic.
Yeah, that's one thing I never really succumbed to. Like, if that was the case, I would have signed 5 years ago.
Right.
Facts. When they told me, oh, tighten up your pants and don't rap like this. And
give girls money for the last train. You tryna give her your last name. I'm addicted to Grey Goose and champagne and you
change this a little bit. And change what? Because now it's okay. Yeah. So had I listened to you, I would have sold myself out. I would have lost myself in that whole you not knowing who the fuck just because you don't understand this yet, you can't catch up. So just because you can't catch up, I would have lost who the fuck I was.
So they were trying to like make you into like a
what,
Nicki?
Of course.
A lie.
I was just about to ask that.
But you know the thing that kills me though? Like 90s hip-hop, like females were either sexual or masculine. And it was okay.
It wasn't okay because even when they was masculine, they wasn't masculine. They was just dressing like the persona, it was a gimmick.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It wasn't like they were living that actual life.
That wasn't life.
I feel what you're saying.
That wasn't life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like you feel me? Like you got girls that was aggressive with it, but then they was on a bike in front of a nigga singing, "What do you like?" Like that's not.
Super facts.
That's so.
What's the craziest thing that a record? Because you've spoken to record companies. They've tried to give you offers, right? But then they tell you some fuck shit. What's one of the most craziest things they've ever told you that you need to do to make your shit blow up?
I just told you. Make my pants tighter.
Like
make my pants tighter and change my lyrics a little bit.
Like Like what? Like what did they say to change? Like you rapping too hard?
No, they wanted
or
me
talk
to
about
get
sex
more, get more girly.
Okay.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But you could make.
you're so pretty.
Yeah.
You're so
That's
like.
what they're looking
What
at,
does that mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me be who I am. Like, let me be in this. Like, okay. And if it's not cool with you, but now it's cool with you.
But it's crazy how like
You get what
people
I'm
are
saying?
scared,
Like-
afraid to like break the chain into something different. Like if you believe in somebody, you can't. I guess it works. Like you can actually change people, but I feel like organically, it just doesn't seem right.
It's not that they want to change. It's not that they want to actually change you. They need to change you for them.
To make them make.
Yeah,
they can
for
profit off
them.
of you.
Either profit off you or just for them to really for them to just understand it and not have to question it. That's too much work.
Yeah.
To figure it out.
You're telling the exact same story that I heard not too long ago from an artist named Snow the Product.
All right.
Okay, Mexican artist. Okay, also lesbian Mexican artist. She's got a girlfriend from New York City. Okay, but record companies were telling her all types of things, and she was always saying, "No, let me do it my way. Let me do it my way." She tried it their way. It didn't work. Now she's doing it on her own, and she's
booming,
winning hand over fist. She's got her own factories for her merch, all types of shit.
Man. I'm telling you, you can't succumb to that shit, man. You just gotta do you.
Yeah,
you gotta do the respect you want.
Real quick, the Young Ma comparisons, did that shit irk you?
Young M.A.
Young M.A. comparisons.
Does
that shit irk you?
Does it irk me? Like it did. I'm not even gonna front, like, cause everybody that know me gonna be like, Jelly. It did. And you know the thing that's fucked is that I actually rocked with her. Like I rocked with her shit. Like when I heard it, I was like, okay, it's hard. But it wasn't until I started walking again out into the streets, and it's like, ooh,
really?
Or yo, you look like. I look like who, man? Like. And that's what took me and deterred me from like even wanting to like. I'm like, bruh, like y'all niggas don't know 5 years before this.
Yeah.
I've been talking about fucking y'all. Like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
What are we talking about right now? And what affected me was the fact that not even really affected, but what bothered me was like it was my city. It wasn't even people like that I know in the States or nothing like that. Yeah. They would call me and be like, man, she took the whole steez, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they could call me and be like, Jelly, man, like, bruh, these motherfuckers in my own city was just like,
saying that you took her sauce.
Bruh, you look just like her. Yeah, all right.
But you know that everybody always wants to compare you to everyone.
But that's fine. No,
I
listen,
look like Estelle. I look nothing like Estelle.
Nah,
I look nothing like Estelle. You get what I'm trying to say?
Listen, my thing is this. It's okay about the comparisons, but don't act like you don't know. And our city has a real big problem with acting. Issue with that. Like we don't know, but we know. If you know, pay it where it's due. You know, we started this. Why? We started this shit. Toronto had it first because I was here. You know what I'm saying?
Way before Young M.A.
But she's good. She got her own shit going. She's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no shit. Let's do a record. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the reaction to the people that I already knew. Man, when that song dropped, people were like, "Yo, I just heard the record." Oh, what record?
That's a disrespect thing. Don't lie.
Come on, man.
Don't lie.
Yo, I heard the record on OVO, so I said,
I found a picture of you from 2013.
Which one is this one? Oh yeah, look at that.
That's when we met.
This is 2010. Send that to me so I can post that in post.
2013, my G. Holy.
I just wanted to show you that.
Okay, man, we've been doing interviews. Where?
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
We've been doing interviews.
Wow.
Right? That's how you know who the fuck this person was.
You see how short the locks are, though?
That's crazy.
See how short the locks are?
We'll do the in post. I'll make sure to show the full picture. You know what I'm saying?
We've been out here.
That's crazy. Okay, so last couple questions I have for you. What do you have plans, or no, even before plans? What do you have for advice for the youngins who are trying to get into the game right now?
Yo, just to thine own self be true. I got it tatted on me. It's
Sav?
It's the realest thing ever, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? To thine own self be true. Like,
To thine oneself be true.
No, to thine own self. Yeah, to thine own self be true. Like, that's
bars.
That's like the realest, and actually that's like Shakespeare said it. You feel me? Like, if you go back, like, it's the realest shit ever. Cause anybody gonna call it, or somebody can call it when you're not being true to yourself. It's like you have a. Let me put it like this: you got like a plate of vegan lasagna, right? But you use like meat grease. Mm-hmm. You still faking the funk. Like, there's no. You got to be true to yourself.
But at the end of the day, the truth will
When
always.
you brought the connection
because
together.
it doesn't care if anybody else don't know.
Yeah.
It's not about anybody else knowing, but you know. But if you okay with that,
no. But one day someone's gonna taste that fucking pasta
and be
sauce
like, call you out on your shit.
That is meat. Like,
and call you out on your shit.
And that's why the problem is that the truth always comes out.
But this is the thing: they can call you out on your shit. But if you're okay with that, then I guess okay. You know what? That's you being true to yourself. You like to say you're something when you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Type of thing.
Facts.
But majority of humans would be like subconsciously know, like, yo, I'm fucked up for this.
Yeah.
Except
for that Fire Festival guy, because I don't think he gave zero
Oh no, he
fucks
gave zero
about
fucks.
anything that
he made that
did.
bag, bro.
Oh man.
He made a
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I just watched that 2 days ago, and I was angry.
Yo, he made a bag.
Yeah, let's not get sidetracked on the
But at the end of the day, I do believe that you have to live your truth, because at the end of the day, the truth will always come out of the darkness. It doesn't matter.
If it won't come out while you alive, it's gonna come out while you dead.
And imagine. You're at your cemetery and the truth comes out. That's even worse.
I done seen some shit, boy.
You can't even explain yourself. You can't even be like, this is the reason that this happened. You're dead. So sometimes you're right. Just be yourself and be true. I do agree.
I mean, and at the end of the day,
Thine
something's
own
still
self
gonna
be
come
true.
out whether you hear it or not, because people always gonna have something to say.
the title.
But what? What's the title?
That's the title of the episode.
What?
Thine own.
Oh yeah, to
I
thine
thought
own
it
self
was
be true.
comments. Niggas in fires, comments.
Yo, man.
Okay, last question.
Facts, man. But for them, I would just say, stay true to yourself and rock with what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Always follow your gut. Always follow your heart. You feel me? Like, those are the two major things: your stomach and your heart. When those flip, you run.
Yep.
Facts.
100%.
Run, man, because they will not steer you wrong, man. I promise. They could flip for two different reasons. They could flip in a good situation or a bad. So know every energy that you encounter. And with that, you can move on to the next question.
Wow, she's giving us that like intuition, know yourself shit.
Hey,
All right.
Facts,
hey.
man.
We do hot interviews over here at the We Love Hip Hop podcast. You know what I'm saying?
My G.
What do you got coming up next?
Well, right now, like we going in we in our fourth court for program right now. So I actually took over Tuesdays, and I'm fully facilitating Tuesdays now. So that's a lot, as well as Thursdays. Shout out Lifted by Purpose again. But for the music, I just started getting back into the studio.
Right.
Working with a couple Atlanta producers.
Okay.
I'm just working, man. I'm working on some songwriting too as well. You know.
Dope.
Yeah, man. I just take it as it comes. I don't force nothing, and I feel like even with me being who I am, everybody knows who I am. I ain't really gotta force nothing right now.
Yeah.
I just gotta be smart with it.
Okay.
You know, so make the right moves and yeah.
Okay.
You know.